Hey everyone, Tom here. We got lots of requests from people asking for tabs and a lesson video on how to play our song Daydream. So today I want to do just that. I'm going to take us through a tutorial on how to play the song, followed by a play along with the complete tab and lyrics to the song. Now, if you are an intermediate to advanced player, this song is probably going to be great for you. It's got some left-hand bar chords that you're maybe already kind of diving into, and it's got some right-hand finger picking, which is not good just for this song, but you can actually apply to a lot of other songs as well. If you're a beginner player and still want to play this song, we're going to try to hook you up with some more basic chords, maybe some of the open chords that you're already familiar with in the description below. So check for that, and that'll get you kind of off the ground playing the song sooner than later. And without further ado, let's roll the intro. Hey everyone, Future Tom here. I've just finished editing this great video you're about to watch, and before we dive in, I just wanted to clarify something that might be a little bit confusing. So this song uses a capo on fret 2. This kind of begs the question, are we counting up the frets now from the beginning of our guitar still, making this like fret 5? Or are we counting them from the start of the capo, making the same fret 3? So in this video, whenever you'll hear me talking about fret numbers, I'll be referring to them from the beginning of the guitar neck. So I'll say things like fret 5, fret 6, fret 7. Whenever you see a diagram or a tab, those be written up from the perspective of the capo. So that'll be like fret 3, fret 4, fret 5. Hope that's not too confusing. I've tried to put little reminders along the way just to clear that up. And let's dive into the lesson now. So first of all, to play the song, we need a capo on fret 2. Now, if you don't have a capo, you can also play the song in open position, so just without it, but you won't be able to play along to the recording because the key is going to be different. Now, with the capo on fret 2, let's get our first chord on here. It's going to be an A major bar chord, which actually might look a little bit different than maybe what you're used to as far as bar chords go. We're going to use our ring finger on fret 7 on the D string, our middle finger on fret 6 on the G. Our pointer finger is going to cross both the B and the high E strings and play them both on fret 5 like this. And altogether we have an A major chord. Okay, with this chord down, let's now look at our picking pattern. The picking pattern looks like this. And the way we're going to play it is using what I like to call the eagle claw. Now, the eagle claw is just the name I gave picking patterns that use thumb, pointer, and middle fingers together in combination to create the whole pattern. So this is all you need to play the song. You don't actually need your ring or pinky fingers in the picking. Okay, with the eagle claw down, let's put our thumb on the D string and our middle finger on the high E string. Now, if you notice in this pattern, beat 1 is a quarter note, and it plays the thumb and the middle finger together like this. So that's the D string and the high E string play at the same time. The next part of this picking pattern is on beat 2, which is going to be our thumb on the G string. And then on the end of 2, we're going to play our pointer finger on the B string. So far we have this. On beat 3, we have thumb again, but back to the D string. And then on the end of 3, we're gonna have our middle finger play the high E string. So up until there, we have this. And finally, on beat 4, we have our thumb again on the G string. Here it is all together. Now, the best way to work on this is to go slowly and just really steadily. If you go too fast too soon with this kind of a pattern, you're gonna find that maybe your rhythm isn't very tight, or maybe that you're stopping a whole lot and then having to restart. So definitely go a little slower than where you're comfortable, and then gradually over time increase the speed until you're at full speed. Now the second chord of this song is an A major chord with the 6 up top, and it sounds like this. We can play that note with our pinky finger on fret 7. We don't change our right hand picking at all. We just add that note to it and it'll come out naturally within our picking pattern. It just sounds like this. Okay, next chord is an E7 chord. We're gonna play this on fret 7 with our pointer finger all the way across, ring finger on the B string, fret 9. We are also going to keep our pinky finger hovering closely above the high E string on fret 9 because we are going to want to add that real soon, so we want to have them ready to go. The right hand picking pattern is going to stay the same. We're just going to change which strings we pick. So instead of using just the upper 4 strings, we're going to relocate our thumb to the A string because our bass note is now there on this E. Because we've moved that bass note to the A string, our thumb now needs to jump between the A string and the G and skip over that D string, which can be a little tricky at first. So just keep an eye out for that. This is how this sounds. When we add the pinky onto fret 9 on the high E string, we don't change our right hand at all, but that upper note is going to come out inside the chord naturally and sounds like this. We add it and then remove it. Next, we have a B minor chord. To play this, we're going to use our pointer finger flat across fret 7, and our ring finger is going to play on fret 9 on the D string. Our pattern, again, is going to stay the same, but we're going to relocate it a little bit lower. So our thumb is playing the low E string, and it's going to be skipping over the A and bouncing between the A and the D, while our pointer and our middle are going to be on the G and B strings. Sounds like this. Next, we have that note that we're pressing with our ring finger descend a semitone at a time within the same B minor chord, and it sounds like this. Within that B minor chord, you hear this descending inner voice. And finally, an E7. This is going to be on fret 7 with your ring finger, just like this. And we are going to do the same picking pattern, but now our thumb is on the A string, and everything else stays the same. So we have this. And now lift your pointer. And there you have it. That is the whole verse section. Future Tom here again. Just want to make a quick addition to that. There is another voicing for an E major chord that happens right before the chorus. And it's this, and it looks like that. For the chorus, we're going to play the same picking pattern again. The chords are going to be a B minor. The exact same way we played it earlier with the descending note on the D string. Going to an A major chord, the same sort of picking thing, moving to an A major 7 chord. The shape for this is right there. An A major 6 chord, and back up to A major 7. What this sequence of A major chords is really doing is it's taking that inner voice again on the D string and moving it down the scale and back up, otherwise within that same overall chord. That then goes back to B minor. And then E7, the same way you played it earlier. With the open string now. And we're back to the verse. And there you have it. That's pretty much it. The biggest part of this, I'd say, is probably just working on that pattern and making it really steady. If you want, great practice comes from maybe just staying put with your left hand on just one chord. So pick whichever one you want, could be the starting one, and really just work out that. If you want, sort of as an extension to this, you can even play a chord that you're like really familiar with. Let's say, for example, like a C major open chord like this, and then apply the exact same pattern onto that. So you get this kind of sound. So you can see it's a really versatile pattern you can use in a lot of things. Now, like I was saying earlier, it's a really good idea to practice this slowly. So we're about to do a play along, so feel free to use the little gear wheel, which allows you to slow down the YouTube video in the bottom right corner of the screen. If you slow it down to 50% or 75% speed, it'll probably give you sort of great slower practice, and then you can gradually work your way up to the full speed. So let's get started.
Like a daydream in a dry heat, and the summer sun reminds you love someone. Oh, I get so tired. The sunshine warm in my eyes, with not a thing to do but lie here and dream of you. When I'm dreaming of a time we shared, with your soft skin running through my hair. Oh, it's blinding, with no words to say on a summer's day. Reflections and shadows, perfection in the sea breeze, in the tree leaves, along my walk back home. It reminds me I'm not alone. It reminds me of a time we shared, with the crosswinds blowing through my hair. Oh, it's blinding, all the things we say on a summer's day. So I just lie here and feel this way.
All right, well, hope you had fun doing that and hope you're able to keep up. If there's anything we missed out on, something that maybe we forgot to explain, let us know and we'll get right back to you on that. If there's any other songs of ours that you want tabs for or a lesson video on, let us know and we'll try to hook you up. See you next time. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like below and subscribe to our channel, where you can find other lesson videos from our series, Rock Roll Roadshow, as well as original music videos, live performances, and behind-the-scenes content.